Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lord Ice, your host, and it's Risa! The summer event has just kicked off today. Sir Boulevard is here in his swimwear. I am rocking the best tuxedo for about 5 seconds. William Riker has been on this planet. You need to wear an EV suit. Risa is the only map in the game that supports flying. It is the home of the summer event, which is where you get the floaters, and I will be showing you how. Getting tells from Sir Boulevard. Nice. To... Apparently they've got multiple shirt options, but this is the summer event. That is the reason I am here, over that-a-way. Sir Boulevard says, hi, YouTube. That is the Ferengi Nandi warship. It has the Decora bridge. I want it. And I will show you how to get that now, before I start doing the summer events. This little UI element here is new, and I love it, and I want it. Flying high. You do this race in order to get the things that you need in order to requisition the Nandi warship. You need one of these little floaters. You get them using low Lunat favors, which you get from doing other events. I have had a superior one since the first year of the event, and I have participated every year because it's fun to fly around. You have to complete 3 courses, and my courses are under this... Here's one. Shooter mode, by the way, is probably the best way to control your floaters. It gives you far better control over everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do these on camera because, well, I'm going to do the entire summer event on camera. Or at least as much of it as I can. There is a PvP powerboard race, which I'm definitely going to be doing because you get materials for that you are definitely going to want. I'll explain that when I get there. Right shopish. Visit the Bay Rock, circle the peak. I think I'll circle the peak and then go for the stone arches. It's been a year since I've done this event because it ended last year. It runs for 35 days. Today is the very first day. And you need to run this mission 25 times in order to get the ship. It is then an account-wide unlock. Right shopish, through the turns. As you can tell, I've been watching Usual, so I'm going a little British. And right on through. Swing down to the stone arches. And just for giggles, let's turn on the frosted boots. That way we've got little particles trailing us, because it looks cool. Ostensibly the reason I'm using my EV suit instead of, say, a costume is because it matches my floater, and it looks really cool. But you have to remember, William T. Riker was on this planet 40 years ago. There's probably STDs in the water, and the air, and the soil. So yes, don't touch the water. Alright, we have finished. We are going to hit the site-to-site transport to the resort. Mid-air standing, because best way to do it. There is a little bit of traction loss for these floaters, which is why you want to use shooter mode to navigate, because it allows you finer control. Vouchers. I will get to those in a moment. Actually, I'll go ahead and get to them now. What used to happen is you would get from this mission an item called Rysian Low Lunat Pearls. These could be used to requisition event ships from the summer event. You could get them as many times as you could run the mission, which was theoretically up to 35 times. You only need to run it 25 times so you would have a surplus. And then, by building up that surplus, you could just get the ship the next time the event ran. So, that wasn't entirely pleasant. It didn't encourage a lot of people to play the event, so they decided to go for a yearly thing. It's overall a good thing, but I can understand why some people were a little bit miffed. But it is how it is. I'm going to go ahead and turn that little UI off there. And I'm going to fly around and show you the island. Or at least as many parts of the island as I can think about doing. I'm also going to be showing you some of the things I'm going to be doing on the island, and why I'm going to be doing them. First up is this building over here. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I'm playing with the music off because I basically got tired of hearing the music. However, a very courteous Sir Boulevard has sent me an MP3 of the only song in this game that I can still tolerate. So I'm going to be playing it through Spotify. Hit it. Looks like I forgot to rewind. Oh well. This is the ambience from the Solanae Dyson Sphere, by the way. It premiered with another map, but I shall not speak that map's name, because that map is horrible, and I hate it with a passion. Alright, over here you've got the monkey trainer. You get feather monkey tags from doing the powerboard race, and then you raise these little monkeys. Then you trade them in for mark boxes. I'm going to be getting fleet marks, because special tactics is fleet marks. You can also do Rysian birds, which you get from getting Rysian eggs, which you get from the Horgon hunt, and you can buy them for favors. Those also reward fleet marks. How those basically work is you get the animal, which is a non-combat pet. You send a duty officer to kind of raise it for you, and once it's fully grown, you can trade it in for 75 fleet marks. If you get a crit at any point in the raising chain, it immediately becomes 100. You can turn it in early for a little bit less, but there's really no reason to. So just go ahead and do that. Over here, you have Rising Officer Requisitions, which is where you get duty officers. 200 for the blue, 1,000 for the purple. The purples, you also need to complete the Rising Accolades, which I did the first year this event ran, and I will go ahead and try to find it real quick. Commendation. I have a lot of accolades because this character is very, very old. Events. Veteran, Gorn, Ice Racer. Finished 20 races in Rysian Powerboard. I have done that. Rysian Powerboard actually came out last year instead of with the first year of the event, but it's definitely fun. Done all the sandcastle stuff.
It's time for sand sculptures. Build a sand structure and earn bonus favors.
Can't find the accolade. Since we're over here, we're going to go ahead and do it. One of the big reasons you want to use shooter mode for this is you can fly backwards, which effectively acts as a braking system. SB is already busy building his. I need to find a place to build mine. Can't knock this person's over yet. That's one drawback of this event, is there are a limited number of spots people can use, and they usually fill up quickly during it. Matter of fact, I might just come back to this later. There's no reason I have to do it now. But yeah, you can build sand sculptures. That also came out last year. I should also equip my... since I'm not going to be using this right now, my power board. What's a power board? What do you think it is? Really, come now. However, there is something new this year, and I am going to go explore it as soon as I touch down. This is the beginning of the powerboard racetrack. Go go ahead and touch down on the water so that... I wonder if the floater actually has to be off in order to turn the power board on. Yep. There we go. It's a flying hoverboard. Very fun. Love these things. Racing right along. Jump the rocks. Jump the rocks again. Really need to practice using this thing because it's been a year since I used it. And I'm going to need to be good with this thing if I want to win favors. And monkey tags. And be able to generate fleet marks. Which is the main reason I'm still here. I'm going to get the Nandi because, for those of you who don't know, the Decora Bridge allows you to access your personal bank and the exchange from your ship interior, and that's very cool, and I want it. But on to the new stuff this year. Dismount. Go ahead and turn off the frosted boots so we don't slide around. This place is new. Looks like an inoperable Dabo table. I think this just looks to be closed down. Oh, books. Wonder if we're actually going to get to use them. That'd be cool. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Or that. Looks to be some kind of shop. I saw pictures of this on Twitter. People found it. Hey look! Loot critters! Mine. All this loot is mine. Pair of Kartakans. Gemandar polearms. Really, really wish you had actual weapons for those instead of just display items. But such is life. So there's a little shop. Gonna go ahead and pop the floater back on. It's getting to be nighttime because Risa actually has a day-night cycle. Turn on the frosted boots again. Get the nice little frosty things out. And you can actually see them behind me. The little white tufts. Kind of like I've got thrust stuff coming out of me. Really cool. Just literally just for the ambience. Let's head back over this way, see if everybody's done building their sculptures. This video is going to run very long because I want to record as much of the event as possible, like as much of the content in one go. I might do more later. Quick turn there. Mine. Grab a couple bits of sand. You can see the little meter in the quest line. Fetch damp sand 25. Some patches are bigger than others. Finish before the sand falls apart. I don't remember the combination that I usually liked to build, but that looks about right. Need more damn sand. Water is rising from beneath your structure. Quickly fix it before it collapses, because that's a bad thing. And you need to actually finish building a sculpture before you can get favors. 75%. Add this extra little bit of sand. Let's go for a rounded wall. Why not? You can mix and match these fairly freely. Some dry sand will finish off. Dry sand's over here. Oh, so Boulevard's got a cat. Wonderful. Then again, that might be one of the new non-combat pets for the event. Peak towers. Why not? Oh yeah, that is the one I like to build. That one looks cool. Few sticks from the jungle. By the way, pressing V will point you at things and help you find things. Very useful. Probably should have gone for the other one. It was technically closer. Oh well. Embellish with a flag. Sir Boulevard left his cat here. Very irresponsible cat owner. And let's run over to the Ornithologist, collect our low Lunat favors, and maybe I'll see about trying to find where we get some of these new non-combat pets, because now I've got 50 of these. Wow, they did buff that. I remember that used to be like 10. Then again, I could be wrong. It's been a year since I did the event. First up, I think, will be the Rysian Resort, which is just over this mountain. Pop out of here. Dance-off begins in 6 minutes. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. It's a very good source of low Lunat favors. It's just that I've got that little bug where my emote thing will constantly scroll back up. Oh! It's not doing it right now. Cool. Might actually be able to do that then. Back into shooter mode. With shooter mode, you can actually fly backwards, which I kind of use as a braking system. Works wonders. Makes things very much easier. This is where you get the floaters. Standard is 50, enhanced is 500, and superior is 1,000. They've also got new for cyan, gray, and purple, but I've got my black one, so that's all I care about. Summer Event. Rising flower accents. I'm probably going to get this, because it's an earthquake generator, and it's fun. Midnight Rising Lunarian Caracal, small animal native to Risa, highly sought after pets. I'm probably going to go ahead and get that one. I thought you had to raise them like you had to do the Rising tropical birds and the monkeys, which would have been fun, but oh well. I'm also probably going to be getting several of these bird eggs, because you need bird eggs to raise birds, which gets you fleet marks. The only other way to get bird eggs is to do the Horgon hunt, and that doesn't start for another half an hour. Hurricane generator, definitely probably useful. Graviton spike, not sure how useful that's going to be. You've also got costumes that you can unlock, Rysian food. You can buy favors for Lobby, don't. Subspace party amplifier, I've got some of those stuck somewhere. Paraboards, same pricing scheme as the floaters, same general system. And you've also got the mini floater new this year. Speed 65, turn 120. How does that compare to this? Speed 60, turn 120. So this is a little faster. Not gonna bother. Someone will probably win the race, which means my monkey generation will be slightly slower, but I don't really care. This is where the dance-off takes place over here, and you can see people already lining up. Jetpacks are technically not allowed in the building, but there is such a thing as inertia. So you can fly almost to the other end of the building with the superior floater before it turns itself off. And then jump right back out. And that reminds me, something I used to do. Swap it so that I can just left click. There are quite a few accolades. One of them is centered around this guy Pavel, who is kinda creepy, not gonna lie. He talks you into following him into a cave on the other side of the island where nobody else is, in the middle of the night. Yes, totally normal. Let's fly backwards real quick. As you can tell, I very much like the floaters. Floaters are nice. They did talk, when this event first came out, about having them available on other maps, which would take apparently a lot of technical jiggering on the back end. They haven't yet, but a couple maps I can think of that I'd like them would be the Vlutka dilithium mining asteroid, even if that would be a little bit janky. Earth Space Dock might be a little bit fun. Oh, crap. STDs! Alright, emotes. Best way to do the dance-off quest is to pin your emote thing so that you can see all of your dance emotes and just click on them as they're called out. I'll explain how the dance-off works in a moment when it actually starts. Game's gonna lag for a second as I go ahead and go to Spotify to turn the music down a little bit. Should be a little bit better. Actually, that's a little bit too low, I think. On the fly, doesn't really matter. This is the only music track in the game that I actually enjoy listening to on a loop. And the advantage of having it play on Spotify is if we ever go through a loading screen, the music will still be playing. So, it's a good thing overall. Especially since it means we won't get the really crappy, dumb music that I've heard 1,000,000,001 times. I mean, I've been listening to this song pretty much constantly for three days, and I'm not tired of it yet. That should give you an indication as to how good it is. At least to me. Join the dances at the resort's dance floor and show your moves to earn rewards. This is a new UI element, by the way.
Sand sculpting time is over. You may keep building, but bonus rewards will come back in an hour.
Yeah, all of the little timed events, they're on a 1-hour cycle. Or sometimes a half-hour cycle. I think the Horgon Hunt is on a half-hour, might be an hour, I don't know. But the dance-off takes about 10 minutes, and it's just do emotes, get marks, well, not marks, but favors. Then I'm going to do the powerboard race, see if I can place well in that. Probably going to do horribly. Oh well. Waiting for the event to start. After I'm done on Risa, I'm probably going to go ahead and record Circles Within Circles, but I'm also going to do some Foundry content soon-ish. But we need fleet marks, we need dilithium for the fleet, and
Dance party starts in half a minute. Get out on the dance floor.
go ahead and hit I Wanna Dance, that'll pick up the mission. And dance party, complete 3 dance moves, then it's like 10, then it's like 20. I'm going to be making jokes. SB's still around. Little dance instructor there will call out the dance that you want to do. Then you just click on it.
To the robot.
Like that. You can tell that there are a lot of people here. This is easily the best source of low Lunat favors. Easily.
Just dance.
That's a cue to do the mix. And you're going to dance until your character is in physical pain. Oh god, make it stop. Must dance, robot. Alright, we got the first one, we got 10 favors, do 5 more, we're going to get more, that's how this event works. You are rewarded based on faces. So if you want to stop at any time, you kind of can.
To the robot.
And because it's doing the same one I'm already doing, it auto-detects. I've had it do like 4 times in a row the same emote. Kind of makes it a little easy.
Do the leg kick.
Leg kick. Shazam. What? By the way, I went ahead and swapped to the Romulan Imperial set. The Romulan Imperial equipment set, because it gives lots of bonuses. And I'm using my old Romulan Plasma Shoddy. It's got double crit X, so tons of crit, tons of damage. Ran around on Mol Rahan playing with it. It's very fun. Very fun, very durable, very good set. You get all 3 pieces from the mission Uneasy Allies, which I will eventually be covering. Risa is probably the only song for which... Risa is probably the only map in the game where this music doesn't really fit. Alright, done 5, we get 15. Now we do 10, and then 20.
Wave your hands.
Dance wave hands. You can actually hear the music from the normal background.
Up style.
Although I thought I had the music turned off, it's probably an ambient music thing. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and pause the other song. Options.
Wave your hands.
And of course that's going to go ahead and reset this. Audio.
Just dance.
Dance mix. You can see how this little UI element makes it a lot easier. What you do is you click this little button here, head to emotes, and then there's a little pin button, and that'll pin it so that it's always open.
To the running man.
Running Man. Must dance. Legs hurting. Must do snake. Please help. It burns. Yes, the dance instructor has insidious mind control. Must wave hands. Curse you and your insidious mind control.
Do the robot.
Do the robot. Jupiter. That is a very odd name for a Klingon.
Snake.
Do the snake. 25 favors for doing 10, and we're in the final stretch. You can tell this event takes a little bit of time, but for the amount that you get, it is much worth. I mean, I'm up to 100, and I started with 50, so I've already got 50, and we've only been here for 7 minutes. And the only thing you have to do is click once every few seconds. And if you pay a modicum amount of attention, it's easy
Raise the roof.
favors. And you're going to want a lot of favors, because there are a lot of things that cost 1,000 of them. So, get them all. Get them whenever you can. The Horgon Hunt gives you quite a few. In fact, you get favors. Snake, snake, snake. You get a few favors every time you find a Horgon in the forest. And then you get bonuses for completing it during the event. Or at least, like, finding 10. And when you do a Horgon Hunt, just dance! Whenever you do a Horgon Hunt, when you interact with a Horgon, you have a chance of finding a tropical bird egg on the ground, and that's how you're supposed to get the bird eggs to do the bird doff assignments to get the fleet marks. But you can also buy them for favors, and that's a very good thing. Monkey tags you can only get from the powerboard race, to my knowledge. And the mission to do the flying high to get the vouchers for the ship is a daily. You get 40, you need 1,000, which means you need 25 days. The event runs for 35. What else is there? Raise the roof. There is a series of accolades for this map, but I've already done them on this character. I might grab another character and try and do some of them. But there's a reference to DS9 in one of them, where you have to find a Klingon and a Trill that are arguing over on those docks. You can watch some fireworks. You can fly through the volcano. Lots of little Easter eggs on this map. Love it. And of course, you get to fly, which is a unique ground thing that you can do. I really wish you could do it in more of the game, because it's a lot more fun and a lot quicker than walking. Must dance robot. Up to 12. Leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, leg kick. Like a Ferengi. Zulkin.
Do the running man.
The only thing I really don't want to see out of this event is a Gorn and a Speedo, because that is technically possible and it's scary. You can tell that this event is very, very easy. But yes, come to Risa, get your favors, get your rewards. If you're a science officer, you want to get 1,000 favors and the map accolades, because you get a Risian geologist stuff, which I have. It causes your induction field, your little flammability, to have a root chance, which combined with your gravitic field means you can root a lot more, which allows you to run up and smack people with shotguns. That's one of the few functional rewards that you get from Risa that you can take out, the other being like the ship. And the kit modules this year, because those are new. Other than that, all the rewards are purely cosmetic. One more and we'll be done. Shazam, 50 more favors. Go ahead and unpin the emotes. And float out. Since the powerboard event is the next event on the list, we're going to head over there. Powerboards and floaters are mutually exclusive. Like how you stumble a little bit coming off of it. I think powerboards are actually a little bit faster than the floater. But the floater allows you to fly. So, floater for life. This is an actual player versus player race. Like, you will actually have to compete with other people. And here's our next contestant now. There's a lot of this, by the way. There's a lot of standing around and waiting during the events. Powerboard race doesn't take very long. Then we've got the Horgun hunt. I have a very definite pattern for that, and I'm going to be using it. No stipend yet. Can I send duty officers out? Some of them. So I'm going to go ahead and do some DOF cycles here. Wait, tactical. I prefer to do espionage first, especially things like Debrief Prisoner. Dored, who I got from Instigate Defection. Nice Prisoner. Get some crit going. You want to crit on these assignments because it gives you more rewards, and this is a very good source of fleet marks. Indeed, it is my biggest source of fleet marks. Send a Klingon to infiltrate the Orions. Telepathic Interrogation Resistance Program. Do my DOF cycles. I try to send purples whenever possible because, rewards. You are the best officer for that because you have lots of stuff. He has 2 crit rates and he's ultra rare, so he contributes more. Quality determines how much the crit traits actually affect things, so you want to send purple first because they will give by far the best bonuses. Blue is also an option. QH, because why not? Got another minute before the power board race starts. Well, we've got a minute before the dance-off technically ends, and after that the event will allow you to pick up the mission, which will then allow you to do the race. And I actually want to grab Leowan. Doffing being as janky as it sometimes is. Turn all those off. You. Do I have one with 2? Yes. That's enough doffing for now. Power board race begins in a minute. Get up to the starting line. While we're at it, security delegation to Dominion. Tion Saran. That's enough for the moment. I'll definitely be doing more once the power board race ends because I'll have a few minutes of downtime before the Horgon hunt starts. Don't know why the thing phased out. Go ahead and turn the music back on. Join the race. Get right up on the starting line. Competitive race begins in 45 seconds. After which everybody is going to bullet out of this like a bat out of hell. Just to make sure I don't flub up, I'm going to take the floater off the left click. 25 seconds. I'm sure somebody saved up enough favors from last year to get the super speed one, but I don't know how well that performs, so I don't know if anybody's going to use it just yet. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on.
Competitive racers, on your mark. Get set. Go!
Giant crowd of people, probably causing a lot of lag. So Boulevard's actually out in front. We'll see how long that lasts. You can actually go a little bit out of bounds without being disqualified. I prefer not to take the risk. Means I'm probably not going to win the race, but I'm just in it to get a couple of tags. You do actually get speed buffs for going over the ramps. In some cases it's effective, in other cases it's not. And it also depends on your position in the race. The further back you are, the more you actually get out of it. These also give you speed bonuses because they're little speed tracks, like in Sonic the Hedgehog. Or in just about any racing game ever. This ramp is actually slightly faster to ignore, which is why everyone's ignoring it. Go ahead and ignore these. Grab the speed bonus. Definitely not winning this race, but I will at least finish the race, which will get you a couple of tags, but not enough to raise a monkey, which means I'll be doing this event several times today. You want to try to get a monkey every day, because as you raise them, you will eventually be turning them in for rewards.
Grab the flag at the end of the race.
First, second, and third have already been claimed, so grab the finish race.
End of the race.
2 tags, 15 favors. Shazam. Remember, you need 6 to raise a monkey, so I need to do that twice more. But I've also got 165 favors now. Shooter mode. Could have swore there was something for 150 favors, so I'm going to go ahead and look. You can also sell the favors, they are tradable. But up to the person. Summer Event. Horgon. Right, Bird Egg. Now I could beam over to the ornithologist area, but I'm not gonna, because it's more fun to fly. I will, however, beam back, because the resort is actually very close to the starting point for my Horgon hunt path. And you can tell how the ambience is actually very fitting for this game, because flying around at night, very mysterious ambience. Love this song. Talk to ornithologist, hatch an egg. You can't crit on this, so it's actually best to send like this guy and this guy, because it doesn't help. You have a guaranteed success chance. That will finish in 24 hours. Tactical. Need to get a better telekinesis off because that one has a failure trait, but I am actually working on that. Althorin is actually one of my best duty officers. He's very nice. I think you get him from Tier 4 Diplomacy. Aang the Vicious. Emergency Security Hologram. Looks like we're out of purples for the moment. So send Chakar. Of course, we're not actually out of purples, we're just out of purples that qualify for that mission. I've got a ton of purple doffs. Used to have like 3, but that's what happens when you work on a character. You get things and stuff. Send the zombie. Send another zombie. Those are Kobali, which are technically zombies. You have peaceful, so I don't want to send you on this. Go ahead and send Malkat. You can actually buy that duty officer, Malkat, and I advise you do because he is a very good duty officer. Very much useful. Go ahead and grab Intelligence Leak. And I want purple. Do I have anyone with both crit traits? No, so I'll just send Oeta. Grab this because I'm trying to get engineering to Tier 4. Kolchik. Lemui. And Horgon Hunt has started. I want to hunt for Horgons. Horgon Hunt. It does have a 10-minute time limit, but Beamed Resort. Time for my favorite event of this summer event. The Horgon Hunt. Also by far the easiest. Path starts over here. Alright, looks like we've got a B path. When you pick up the mission, you get one of two different paths. You can see I got two low Lunat favors for that. The paths, as I call them, determine where the favors spawn, or where the Horgons spawn that you can actually interact with. It's actually easier to do this at night because they glow. Ready to go. Oh, I overshot that by a lot. Wow. You can tell it's been a while since I've did this mission. Between 2 and 5 every time you pick one up, and then a bonus at the end. Fly over to the island. Collect the Horgon. If you're too close to the ground, it will actually turn off your favor. Or floater. Yeah. Steep descent. Coming up on the floater. Yeah, why do I keep saying floater when I mean to say Horgon? Collects the Horgon. Up over the rock. Quick bounce. Stop at the tree. Always nice to get a running start with your floater because it kicks it to full speed faster. Otherwise it sometimes takes a little while to accelerate. Especially with the lower tier ones and the rentals. Alright, got that one. Descend onto this one, it's on the far side. Here it is. Floater gets turned off. Collect this Horgon, nice and easy. Deploy, and this should be the last one because the mission is to collect 10 Horgons. Drop down right here. Sir Boulevard got the other path because he's up at the top of the hill where the other one is. Horgon Hunt complete. You found 10 Horgons, come get a bonus reward. 75! Wow! They made this really profitable. Wow! But yeah, ta-da-da. We've got 10 minutes to burn. Gonna go ahead and go to my favorite little spot, which happens to be the very top of the mountain. There is actually an accolade for going up here as part of the map accolades. So make sure you go ahead and visit. As you can see, RPG mode, flying backwards just turns me around. Very good reason to fly in shooter mode. And come in for a landing. Go ahead and finish doing my duty officers. Oh, I never actually started this. You can see how much I was focused on duty officers when I started these missions. Right. Department heads, engineering. Gotta refill it again. It's a known bug. Not a big problem for me. 2 crit traits. Blue. Remember, I'm going for maximum numbers, so I'm trying to get the best quality rewards. Begin assignment. If it's not worth at least 200, I don't consider it worth doing. Just as a general rule. And begin assignment. EVA training. Mirror Hakiv, who you get from a Mirror Universe event. You can no longer get him, but he is a very good duty officer if you have him. Operations to get some development in. Wilderness training exercise takes 72 hours, but it's the best source of it. Send Hurrah for the numeric bonus. Malkat for the 2 crit traits. And the Warp Theorist. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and replicate 3, 6, 7 entertainment provisions. Opening the replicator shuts off the department heads. It's a known bug. Well, it's working as designed, just not as intended. Gecko actually answered why that is in a Priority 1 recently. At least I think it was Priority 1, I could be wrong. No, I think it was... I can't even remember. But I remember they talked about why that is. And it's not something they can fix easily. Or maybe even at all. Send Law. You get Law from the Nimbus mission series. Go ahead and do Ambo Jitsu. Velocity! Hooray! Looks like I'm out of purple officers. Well, purple officers with crit traits. You are as good as a purple... It takes 2 crit traits to equal the non-crit trait of a next tier. So, if you've got a purple that doesn't have any crit traits, it takes 2 crit traits on a blue to be better than it. So if they've got just 1, I'm not going to bother with them. Rukdek. Rukdek is actually my favorite fabrication engineer too. Participate in an Ambo Jitsu tournament. Alright, send the Gorn. And that's that. That's most of the duty officers that I normally do. Check security, even though it'll probably be empty. See if I can get a little bit of science going. No, most of my duty officers are being taken up. Plus, there wasn't really much worth doing there. Yeah, might as well do dilithium mining. La-da-dee, la-da-da. Good morning, Metro Nui! Oh, bugger. bottom of the barrel for duty officers. I got 19 to 21, so good enough for me. That's the Nandi over there. Very pretty. You can't actually fly to it, sadly. Jetpack. What's the next event? Another powerboard race. I've done flying high on camera, I've done the Horgon hunt, done sandcastle building, done powerboard race, explain the rewards that you can get. The only other thing to mention is the resort itself. You have bank, mail, and exchange access in the back. And I'll go ahead and come in for a landing here. It will turn off my floater for being indoors. Bank, mail, exchange. And why not? Let's see how much favors are running on the exchange right now. I remember the first day of the first summer event, they were absurdly expensive and I made tons of money. Right now they're running sending price per unit about 9-10k each. Let's see if I can filter on quality or if that's still broken. Nope, that's still broken. So you can make a little bit of money selling favors because people will want to buy them. People will always want to buy things they will otherwise have to grind for. You can play Dabo here. But that's the general gist of the summer event. Runs for 35 days, so get it while you can. Because the Nandi is going to be a very good ship. It's actually fairly solid stat-wise. Comes with the Decora bridge, which is probably the nicest bridge in the game. Because it gives you access to things other bridges don't, and probably should. You can also get costumes, you can get kit modules, you can get pets. But that's pretty much it for the summer event. So this is Lloyd signing off. I'll probably be doing Circles Within Circles sometime today. If I don't, I'll probably be doing it the next couple of days because I've been meaning to record that, but things have been getting in the way. Might also do some recording for some Crystalline Entity because I've been doing a lot of PvE queues for fleet marks. Because in Alkanized Fleet Special Tactics, we are running Tier 3 Starbase. Temporal Directive, our allied fleet, one of their leaders and a friend of mine, Andrew Hyde, came over, popped over, gave us 7,000 fleet marks that he had handy, so that's the reason we're anywhere close to done, because before he did that we had like 1,500 total. So yeah, fleet marks, not as much of a problem. Dilithium, I'm probably just going to drop my stipend in this month. And we're basically ignoring everything else to get Starbase to Tier 3, because that will allow us access to the fleet costume options once we unlock the Tailor. Because once we get the Tailor, we can get the Odyssey fleet uniforms, which are really, really nice. Spire, we're getting a little bit of research XP. Embassy, I guess we're going for... what is that, recruitment? Yeah. And this is trade. So, Special Tactics is doing things, I am doing things for Special Tactics, and I will be on Risa for a majority of the summer event because it is a very good source of fleet marks, as long as you keep up on the monkey raising and bird raising. Plus, you can queue up from here and do missions. So this is Lord Ice signing off, see you out there.